Hello, there were so many questions about placement in from my previous video, and today I just thought I should quickly do a short video that will explain what placement means, different placement, and what our expectations are at the placement. But before this placement, I want us to watch some videos, and maybe that will help to broaden our understanding. Just watch this video and then we'll take it from there.
My name is Alan, and I am Continuing Care Assistant or CCA at Ivy Terrace Nursing Home in Trenton, Nova Scotia. I've been working as a CCA for the past 5 years. When you are a continuing care assistant, shifts can be 12 or 8 hours depending on the center that you work at, as centers provide 24-hour care to residents. 10 minutes before my scheduled shift starts, I meet with my fellow CCAs to get a report. Therefore, I must get there early enough to put my personal items in my locker and be ready for the report. During the report, my colleagues from the shift before provide me with information about the residents. For example, how they are feeling. Knowing what is happening with the residents is essential to providing them with the best care. After the report is given by my coworkers on the shift before, I check on the residents and start helping them get ready for the day. Communicating and interacting with residents to know more about them and their preferences is very important. For example, some residents may wish to have a shower in the morning, or they may choose to have it in the afternoon. Asking questions is very important. Here are some questions that you may use while interacting with the residents. How do you feel today? I am here to do your care now. Are you okay with me doing your care now? Is there another time that I can come back and do your care? As a CCA, we take part in doing routine monthly vitals. These vitals may include checking the resident's blood pressure, pulse, respiration, and blood glucose. We have supports and equipment available for us so that we can provide safe care for the residents. During the orientation, you will be given the lift and transfer education to ensure that you are comfortable using the equipment, such as the overhead mechanical lift, full lift, stand-up lift, tub chair, and slider sheet. You will also learn how to inspect the lift and slings and the various sizes to use. Bed rails that support residents when laying down in bed should always be secured properly when the resident is in bed. Information can be found in the ADL binder or the resident logos, which is above each bed. Some residents have a bed pad sensor that is discreetly under the sheets of their bed and alarms when they move. This allows us to respond and help them with getting up at night or any assistance that they may require. Every day there are 3 meal times for residents: breakfast, lunch, and supper. Residents eat in the dining room. Each nursing home may have a slightly different mealtime protocol, such as here at Ivy Terrace. The kitchen brings up the meal at breakfast, lunch, and supper, and we serve it to the residents. At some other centers, the meals arrive from the kitchen already on plates. At all centers, part of our responsibility is to provide help at mealtime to residents who require it. This may include helping them to put on an apron, eating, or providing them with specialized equipment to make eating easier, such as a plate guard and weighted utensils. Each kitchen will have a designated spot for the dietary book. This is a book with each resident's dietary requirements and is very important to consult before serving meals. Depending on the center, you may also have to place the dishes in the dishwasher. If a resident becomes ill with something contagious, it is important that we do everything we can to prevent it from spreading to other residents and staff. If a resident is in quarantine, you must put on personal protective equipment before entering the room, called donning. Doing this in teams and helping each other can make this process easier. Once inside the resident's room, make sure to close the door behind you. Remember that we want to limit transmission, but we want to ensure that we give them the same personal attention that we would at any other time. Before exiting the room, you must remove all PPE. There are often activities happening that residents can choose to participate in throughout the center, such as bingo, church, or puzzle buildings. The residents may also wish to spend time in their room watching TV or have a visit from a family member. Depending on the center, laundry may be part of your responsibility. Remember to check the pockets for tissues or other items before putting items into the washing machine. Make sure to read clothing labels to ensure proper washing of items. Documentation of residents and their care is very important. These important binders include Care Plan Binder, which is developed by the RN and addresses residents' care needs. Staff are to review regularly for changes in needs and care. Resident Care Binder or ADL Binder. This is where the CCAs find the care information they need to give care to residents and document the residents' care they provide in the ADL. At the end of the shift, I meet up with my coworkers who are doing the evening shift. They will ensure that the residents are cared for throughout the night. During the evening shift, you will help residents get washed up and ready for bed. Provide them with a bedtime snack, such as toast and tea, and check on their condition throughout the night. After providing a report or an update on the residents to the evening shift, I pass over care duties to the next staff team. Being a CCA is a very rewarding and fulfilling career.
Yes, it can be very, very challenging to work as a caregiver. The reason is that some of these patients don't really understand what is going on with them, and some of them can come and can tell you that, oh, for example, if you have a patient that needs to be lifted by the hoist, they will teach you the different equipment that you'll be using: the hoist, the stand and seat, the chair, the transfer lift, and the overhead lift. You see a lot of those equipment. They will teach you them in school. They will show you, but when you get to your places of placement, they will also show you. So coming back to what I was saying about the care plan. So if you have a patient that the care plan stated that you have to transfer this patient with an oil lift or a lift or a sit and stand lift, and the patient tells you it's okay, precious, I can stand, I will just hold on to you, and I will just hold on firmly, and I'm okay, I won't fall, and Teresa did it with me yesterday and we were okay, I didn't fall, I'm okay, trust me. My dear, do not trust the patient too. I'm not saying the patient is lying, but the truth is that sometimes they don't even know what they are saying. They don't even want to accept what is happening to them. So if you don't know your patient when you are in placement, or when eventually you graduate and you get a job as a CCA or personal support worker or a care assistant, you really want to check, the first thing you want to check is check that this thing the patient is telling you is okay. If a patient asks you, oh, can I get out of my bed? And you look at it and said, oh, how do you get out of bed? And the patient is saying, I just stand up, I can hold on to you and I'll stand up. If you don't trust the instinct or you don't know the patient, just say, excuse me, I'm going to give you a help, but I'm new here, I'm a student or I'm a new staff. Can I go and ask one of the staff to know how you are being supported? You really have to do that, because when you go for placement and anything happen, or maybe you were trying to do things against the care plan, or things that were not written on the care plan, and something happened to the patient, honestly, you'll be held liable. And God save you, the patient sustain injury, you'll be held liable. If the patient dies, my dear, that's big trouble. So please do not take the risk. Do not try to do your work fast, and when you are doing your training, if you're a student and you are in placement and some of these people just say, yes, you can do it like this, doesn't matter, I advise you not to argue with them. Because the reason I'm saying don't argue with them, because these same people, they are the people that are going to give you a recommendation, or give you assess you for your lecturer or your supervisor. And what if you don't cooperate with them? They are going to probably give you negative assessment, and that might impact on your successful graduation. So you want to just say, okay, but they taught me in school that this is not the right one. She says, okay, this is what we do here. If you do it with them, make sure they are taking responsibility at that point in time. If you are a student, if anything happens, you won't be liable, you won't be responsible. It is the person that is mentoring you that will be liable and responsible. But once you graduate as a student, please, when you are working, don't cut corners with anybody. If they say, oh, I did it like this the other day, just say, excuse me, I'm quite new. I'm new here. I just want to do the right thing. I don't know this patient. I want to go and check. Honestly, initially, they might not like you, but after they know that you don't do what is wrong, then they will have to do it your way, or like the patient way, not really your way, because it's not about you. You are not the person that has the care plan. It is the patient's care plan. So you really want to follow the care plan. I'm not sure if this answers this person's question. Maybe how long do they do placement for? Placement is usually like 6 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks, and you go to different places. Sometimes you can start with long-term care, and then they post you to the community, or they can post you to support or group homes, or they can post you to independent living. It just depends, but within that period of 6 weeks, you'll be able to complete everything. And most times when you do where you do your placement, like I said in the other video, you get adopted. You just get employed. That's the right word to use, not adopted, sorry. You get employed, and yeah, they pay them. They don't pay them during their placement though, but they get good pay. Their start is usually 23. With government, starts with 23 each, and honestly, it is not a bad job to do. But don't forget, CCA is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's just for a few people that are passionate, want to impact lives, want to help people. And if this is not you, you don't just want to hop into it, because it's not as easy as people see it to be. It's not just about wiping butts as people think, or wiping bonbon. No, it is more than that. You need your compassion, you need your empathy, you need your love, you need like sincere and genuine care. So yeah, I think that's all I have about placement, and there are various videos that you can watch. you know for example, in this video, uh, it's just like a typical day-to-day routine in the life of a caregiver. And the other video, you're going to be seeing um, how to make bed, the routine and everything that you'll be doing. So yeah, so I hope this actually answered your questions. If not, please put it in the comment section, and yeah, we should be able to I should be able to answer any further questions, should there be any questions. So yeah, thank you so much for following me, for subscribing to my channel, and for all your comments. I really appreciate. Like I said, you are the reason that I keep doing more research and keep producing. Okay, thank you and have a good day. See you in my next video. Bye. Ìjọ aláyọ̀ kò mọ̀lẹ́ òkú jó dáadáa.